Hello, my name is Coaster Cat, aka Roller Coaster Rider, and today I'm going to review My Name is Doris. Now, if you're wondering about the hint for my last movie, Sally Fields, duh. Um, this is. It's advertised from my library as a comedy, and. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you guys. It's extremely weird, it's extremely awkward, and for a comedy, it's not really, in my opinion, that funny. It's the way I would describe it is I don't even know how to describe it. The plot of the movie is Sally Field, her mother has passed away that she lives with, and she's kind the way I would describe her is maybe like a shut-in or someone who's like very awkward or has no idea how how humans act around humans. Like if she was an alien from another planet and like all she knew of how humans interact with other humans is romantic comedies because she meets Max Greenfield, who you've seen on New Girl. I think he was in Let's Be Cops, and he was probably in some other, and he's probably been in a bunch of other movies. He's a side character. Um, he has a connection with Sally Field because he's standing in front of her, front to front, while they're in a crowded elevator. And as a result, she is essentially obsessed with him. She is a stalker to borderline creepy levels. You remember Walter Mitty about how this guy daydreamed, or have you seen the show Scrubs, where also all of the characters daydreamed? She daydreams twice in 40 minutes. What feels like how people would propose or bad setups to adult films. Uh, and you can tell that it's a that she's just pretend she's having a daydream because it ends with her like looking extremely goofy and looking extremely silly. Now, to show how much of a kind of creepazoid stalker she is, she steals one of his pencils. You know why? Because later on, and this is within like the first 20 to 25 minutes, she's looking at the bite marks on his pencil. Like, she is super obsessed with him, and this is one of those weird movies where everyone just goes along with it. Like, her I don't know if it's her niece or something, says, hey Doris, he's on Facebook. And so she essentially catfishes him by creating a fake profile saying that she's from Malibu, and if you see the movie, you'll understand why she said she's from Malibu. Um there's this weird band that she listens to which is electronic, and okay, I don't know if you'll laugh at this, or I found it kind of like uncomfortably funny. The scene where she's dancing is probably one of the most uncomfortable moments I have seen in I have seen. It essentially makes the way I would describe it is uh take the Tin Man dancing. You think Elaine's dancing on Seinfeld is bad? This is worse. If you're wondering why the movie is called Hello, My Name is Doris, that's because there's this thing that happens early in the movie where she goes to one of those like self-help groups, and there's this guy who says, "You can't spell impossible without I'm possible." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Um, yeah. Wendy McLennan Covey is in the movie, I guess, as one of her friends. I have no idea. There's a lot of other people in this movie. Stephen Root, Elizabeth Reeser, Natasha Lyonne, and Tyne Daly. And I'm about 40 minutes in the movie, and Beth Bears from the show Two Broke Girls, who, say what you will, I was a fan of the show Two Broke Girls. I'm about 40 minutes in the movie, and unless this is an older movie and she got plastic surgery or something, I have not seen her at all in this film. So if you're going to see this movie because Beth Bears is in it, you're going to be extremely disappointed. Uh, Kumail Nanjiani is in the movie for so far about a minute. Um, yeah, so this is part one. At this point, I was extremely tired, and so I just went to bed. And so now this is going to be. So now coming up is going to be part two. Hey, I'm going to now give you my opinion on part two of the movie for the other 27 some odd minutes. Uh, you remember how I said she uses a fake profile to talk to Max Greenfield's character? Well, okay, backtrack a little. Beth Bears does show up. Um, I don't know if I should. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna spoil it. There's not really many big. This isn't a surprise movie, but she plays. She plays his girlfriend in the movie, and then Sally Field's character Doris does some cryptic post on his Facebook page about how you were the love of my life, and this chick ruined it. I am going to kill myself. At this point, that's when Wendy McLennan Covey and everyone else try to say, "Hey, should we get rid of this? Should we donate this? Should we keep this?" Because her house is such a clutter. That's At that point, you might as well wave goodbye to Wendy McLennan Covey because she doesn't appear in the rest of this movie. Beth Bears and Max Greenfield have this huge argument about how you don't know who this girl is. Why don't you tell me who this girl is? Tell me who this girl is. Blah 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 blah. Uh, then Max Greenfield kind of leads Doris on by saying, "Hey, would you ever be interested in a younger man?" Or, "Hey, I'm going. You want to go to my house? We're having a Thanksgiving dinner." Uh, her. I apologize, folks. One of her friends is saying "Don't go. This is a bad idea. Don't go." She goes. She brings along pie. Um, they play Never Have I Ever. Uh, I think at this point I was zoning off. I was zoning out, but Sally Field gets drunk or something, and she and Max Greenfield are in the bathroom, and that's when she essentially reveals everything. She talks about how, "Hey, I'm following you on Facebook under this username. Hey, I'm the one who said this post that made you and your girlfriend break up because, hey, I think you're cute and come on, let's kiss." Um, at that point, Max Greenfield then realizes she's kind of out there, putting it mildly. And, um, at this point, that's when Sally Field's Doris has a bit of a breakdown. Um, she quits her job. Uh, she cleans out the apartment. Um, that's about it. And and there's some and there's something at the end that you're either gonna think is you're either gonna think is cute, or you're gonna be like me and think, seriously. So yeah, that's pretty much the movie. Let me read you some of the comments. She's not ready to act her age. Well, that's true. Fantastic, says the Huffington Post. I don't know if I agree with that. Sally Field is so lovable, funny, and real. Maybe lovable. I'm not sure if it's funny, and this is comedy, and it's not really, so can't technically be that real. National Treasure Sally Field plays Doris to endearing perfection. Maybe to perfection, but not endearing. And Sally Field is mesmerizing and funny. Maybe mesmerizing? I don't know if I would give it funny. This is from the guy who is in The State, Michael Showalter. This is based on a short, he executive produced this film. And it's based on a short film by this girl, Laura Taruso? Hope I'm saying that right. It's directed by him, and there's a lot of, like, mockumentary style, camera movements. Like, it's shaky a little bit, and it's noticeable more so at the beginning. It gets really heavy-handed towards the end in terms of, like, Photoshop stuff and drinking wine out of, like, a flower cup or something. If you like this movie, I'm not gonna criticize you for it. It's not a terrible film, I guess. It's just, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's one of, as an indie movie, or as those South by Southwest, movies, I'm starting to get a little tired of them. I'm starting to get a little tired of this era of dramedy indie films, or awkward comedy, or like a slice of life. Just, I would be okay with them if they were a little funny. And in this movie, I think I got maybe 2 pity chuckles. Not that I was feeling sorry for the movie, but because Sally Field as Doris did something so uncomfortable that you couldn't help but just kind of go, oh, God. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna describe this movie, and that's how I'm gonna end this review. Again, if you love it, more power to you. I just didn't get it. Tune in next time when I take a look. Oh, man, I don't know. I need some help. I need a little help from my friends. Can my friends help me? Are you my friends? There. Is the hint obvious enough? Bye. Meow.